Welcome to the Self-Publishing Tips and Tricks Show, a series designed to give you insight into the world of self-publishing and marketing your books. Featuring your hosts, Shannon, the author behind the pen name S.C. Huston, Ben Pick, and Morgan Lee. Join us several times each month when we interview authors about their self-publishing and marketing journeys, talk to industry leaders, and discuss books about writing, self-publishing, and marketing. Also, stay tuned for the best self-publishing tip or trick of the week. Hello and welcome. I'm Shannon, your host for this week's self-publishing tip or trick of the week. It's been about a month since I launched my epic fantasy romance novel, A Curse of Scales and Feathers. Part of the indie author journey of publishing on retailer platforms is uploading your files. These are usually an EPUB file for the ebook and a PDF for your paperback or hardcover. You may also have MP4 files for an audiobook. Some people hire professionals for all of these files, which is great if that's part of your publishing and financial plan. For me, I tried to do as much as possible on my own, and when I first formatted my EPUB files for my YA fantasy trilogy, I used Calibre, which is a free open source cross-platform suite of ebook software. I talked about Calibre in episode 42, Do-It-Yourself Formatting Tricks, How to Go Pro Without Going Broke. If you know a bit about coding, you can do some amazing things with formatting your books. I knew just enough to make my books look nice, but not wow. For my new series, I bought Atticus, and I liked using all the bells and whistles, like having a chapter image. I also have images for a map and my magic system. Atticus does a bit of compression when you export the EPUB, but those images add to your file size. As self-published authors, we all want to maximize our royalties and profit from each book sale. But did you know the file size of your ebook can directly impact your earnings on Amazon? Unlike other major ebook retailers, Amazon actually charges authors a delivery fee per unit sold. This fee gets deducted from your 70% royalty rate. The delivery charge is based solely on your ebook's file size. On average, the fee is around 15 cents per megabyte in USD. So if your book is 2 megabytes in size, you pay Amazon 30 cents per sale just for file delivery. Now that may not sound too bad at first, but those charges quickly add up, especially for books rich in images. High-resolution images can significantly bloat your ebook file, leading to higher fees. Do you have an 8.2 megabyte epic fantasy romance novel like me? I was going to be paying $1.23 per sale in royalties just for delivery on a $4.99 book. Fortunately, there is an easy way to reduce those fees and keep more money in your pocket. And that brings me to my top tip for today, using Calibre. Now, there are other programs that you can use online, but I've never found one that reduced file size as much as Calibre. Calibre is a powerful free tool that not only helps manage your ebook library, but is also fantastic for compressing your EPUB files. With just a few clicks to run your file through Calibre, you can reduce your file size, ensuring those delivery fees don't eat into your royalties. The key is minimizing your ebook's file size as much as possible before publishing. Large uncompressed images inserted directly into your ebook tend to be the biggest file size culprits, so just a handful of full-page images can bloat your file size by several megabytes. As I mentioned, the original EPUB file for my new fantasy romance novel came in at 8.2 megabytes. To use Calibre, I opened the software, which is free to download and use. Then I dragged my EPUB file into the program. Once your EPUB is in Calibre, make sure you've highlighted your book, and then click on the Edit Book button. This will open a new screen. In the new screen, go up to the toolbar and click on Tools. Then click on Compress Images Losslessly. This will bring up a dialog box. In the dialog box, check next to Enable Lossy Compression of JPEG Images, and then click OK. Now, this may take a bit of time depending on your computer's speed, but you just let it do its thing. When it's done, it's going to give you a few options if you want to see what's changed or copy the changes to the clipboard, or just close out that dialog box. After you close out the dialog box, you want to go up and make sure you hit the Save button. If you don't hit that Save button, it won't save any of those compressions. Now you're done with this screen, you can exit out and go back to the original screen for Calibre. The next thing you want to do is that you want to make sure again that you are clicked on your book and you want to go to Convert Books. This brings up a new dialog box. And here, it kind of already picks a format for you, the input format and the output format. It's going to be EPUB. You want to do EPUB to EPUB because you want to do a new EPUB with the compressed images. So all you have to do is just hit OK here. And now it is doing the job of converting this EPUB. To the right of the screen, you'll see where it says original EPUB. That is what you originally put in. And then it just says EPUB. That's your new one. You just right click on it and you choose Save the EPUB format to disk. You'll be able to choose where you want to save it to on your computer. And that's it. After running my book through Calibre's compression, I was able to shrink the 8.2 megabyte file down to only 2.99 megabyte. That's a 63.5% reduction in file size. Besides what I'm talking about here, there are a ton of Calibre tutorials easily found on the internet. So even if your book is mostly text-based, Calibre can still help tidy up formatting and metadata to cut out any unnecessary bloat. Plus, Calibre has the ability to quickly convert between all major ebook formats, like EPUB, Mobi, and AZW3. That's handy if a retailer or promotional tool requires a different file type. In fact, I use Calibre's Mobi conversion for promotions I run on StoryOrigin, a paid cross-promotional marketing tool for authors, similar to BookFunnel. StoryOrigin requires uploading both EPUB and Mobi versions, with strict file size limits of 7 megabytes. Calibre compression ensures my books qualify. Not only does tighter file conversion reduce delivery fees on Amazon, but it also makes for faster downloads and smoother reading experiences across devices. So before you hit publish on the next book, give Calibre a try to tidy up those file sizes. A few minutes of optimization could save you hundreds, maybe thousands in royalties long term. Check the show notes for a link to download Calibre. Next week, we won't have a self-publishing tip or trick of the week because on March 15th, we'll have YouTuber and nonfiction and paranormal romance author Rachel D. Adams, who will give us tips and tricks about publishing with co-authors and publishing on Kindle Vella. Thank you so much to our incredible listeners and viewers for joining us on our exploration of everything self-publishing. We hope you found our podcast to be a treasure trove of insights and inspiration. If you've enjoyed the show, please consider leaving a review on your favorite podcast platform or thanks on our YouTube episodes. Don't forget, you can catch all of our past episodes on YouTube, Spotify, and other major podcast platforms. And if you'd like to connect with us, drop us a line at selfpubishingtipstricks@gmail.com. Keep writing, keep publishing, and we'll see you next time.